Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 2 of the Stories from the Remnant podcast. I'm your host, Tanner.
And I am Brother Jeremy.
I'm Sister Renee.
And I'm Soren.
And we hope you enjoy our second episode, and please like, share, and enjoy this video. Hello, guys, and again, welcome back to episode 2 of Stories from the Remnant podcast. We're glad you could join us again. I'm your host, Tanner. We're here with Brother Jeremy, Sister Renee, and my wife, Soren. And we hope you like this podcast, episode 2. Glad to be back.
I am too. It's episode 1 was really fun and didn't know what to expect, but I really feel like that people's going to like it. I'm hoping people's going to like it, but we had a good time. I'm glad to be back.
Looking forward to getting it released, and like I said, I know people in the church are excited, and I'm looking forward to getting it out to the community and anybody in the world that can hear all these embarrassing stories that are going out to anybody that wants to hear them. So, Sister Renee, you're the pastor's wife here. I'm sure people have figured that out, but tell us some more about yourself.
Well, I've been 5 years and going on 6 this next year in September, right? And I have 4 kids, 3 boys and a little girl. I love being the pastor's wife. I love the congregation. I love the church, and I'm excited to see where this podcast takes us.
All right, and now my wife here, who has to deal with me all the time, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Soren. I'm Tanner's wife, and I'm from Ohio, and so I'm sort of trying to figure out Southern church culture, but that's okay. And we have 2 kids, a girl and a boy, and we've been married almost 3 years. So, yeah, that's it.
And she makes some really good potatoes. You remember last episode we talked about her potatoes?
Episode 1, we talked about potatoes, we talked about her sweet tea, and
Which is better than drinkable.
I ranked it an 8 out of 10, which I thought was a pretty good
Yeah,
story.
but you got in trouble.
You can't say 8 out of 10. It's drinkable. That makes it sound bad.
You got in trouble. I thought it was hilarious. You really got in trouble.
Well, anyways, if you did watch episode 1, she's the Yankee that he was talking about. So
I may have said that.
we're going to get into some pretty fun subjects tonight, some funny stories, some funny things, but we're also going to get into some serious things about marriage and ministry, and then, of course, we'll get into our special segments later on.
Is it bad? I thought of love and marriage. Okay, never mind.
Goes together like a horse and carriage.
All right, well,
This is going to be a long night, y'all.
I guess we're starting off with the funny stuff.
You don't want to know. It's probably not too church.
All right, so I guess we'll just start at the beginning. How long have you guys been together?
25 years. This July the 14th.
28 years, 2 months, 21 days.
So he's counting.
We started dating May the 24th of 1998.
When you're in prison, you mark off the day. Just kidding.
So you've been together a month longer than I've been on Earth.
Well,
Yes.
you can look at it like that.
Yeah, because we started dating in 98, and you was born in 98, yeah?
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
So tell the audience. I know how you met. I don't even know if Soren knows this, but tell the audience about how you guys met.
You want to?
Go ahead. We'll see if you're right.
Well, we met at church, actually.
Blooper.
Man down.
Stop. Every time you move it, it's going to go across the table. Stop touching it.
We met at church, and I just took his breath away. It's all I can say.
Is that true?
There may have been a time where she hit me in the stomach and took my breath away, yes. But she was a deacon's daughter, and I'm the pastor's son, so it was we started talking and dating, and we actually, fun fact, we got saved same day, baptized on the same day, and that was even before we was talking about dating or all that stuff. And as I was reminded the other day, we was down in Scottsville at a church visiting at revival that was being down there, and my old school teacher looked at her and looked at me, and she just politely looked at me and said, "How did you get her?" Now, she didn't have the ball cap on that night. She looked really nice. But I don't know how I got her. I got lucky, I guess. And it's 28 years later.
So you've been in church together for 28 years. got baptized. Actually, probably been in church together longer than that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But been together 28 years. So whenever you guys first got together, I mean, did you see pastor's wife? Was that in the cards at all?
No.
I mean, is there any way to, you were a pastor's kid, so was that even anything you ever even dreamed of happening?
No, absolutely not. Because, it's seeing what my dad had to go through, and, I never did think, I say it all the time, I never did think I would be a pastor. It is, I said this other day at church during message, it's the hardest job I ever had, and it's the best job I ever had, if that makes sense. And, I even told the congregation, I get to deal with all you guys. And I know they probably took that out, some probably took it out of context. I meant it in a positive way. But yeah, I never did think that we would be here, especially 6 years, almost 6 years.
Yeah. Well, I guess that leads to us then. So we met. Well, do you want to tell it, or should I tell it?
I don't care.
We met more of the 21st century way. We met on a dating app, which when people hear that, they think, I always thought that there's no way people got married or met on dating apps, yet was it serious? But we met on a dating app, and you were there the first time we met. You were there too, so let's go on to that. Because
I forgot that was you, yeah.
Because you thought I was a serial killer, or your family did anyways.
No, I did
My
not.
family did too.
That's not even true. I wasn't worried about you. I can handle it. You were worried about me.
She was probably packing.
You were the one who said, I'll have to meet my family at 2 p.m. If I'm late, they're going to think you killed me.
That wasn't because of me. That was mostly because of my family. She was worried more than probably anybody else was.
And you left with your phone.
And his phone, yes, listen to this.
Phone died.
You meet somebody for the first time ever. You don't know them. All you've ever seen is a picture of them on your phone. And you meet them with your phone at 2%.
Yeah.
Who does that?
I
even told you that you said, well, my phone's going to die, so you have to tell me when it's 2 o'clock. I said, you came to meet me when your phone was dying and your family let you go? The other thing is, though, your family was all with you. I was there by myself. I didn't have any family, any friends, any nobody. I was just lived there by myself. So nobody really could have been there to worry about me anyway.
I was going to say, we were in a public place. We're in the busiest mall in Nashville around, right before Christmas. Yeah. So,
people get kidnapped every day.
If anything was going to happen, I feel like someone could have done something. I wasn't just going to, I couldn't have killed you right there in the middle of the mall.
I wasn't worried about you killing me. I was not worried about that.
But anyways, we got way off track. We met at the H&M at Nashville Mall, had Starbucks, and then walked around for 2 hours, and actually talked about church the entire time.
Well, that's because there's a lot of backstory, but I was living in Tennessee because I went to college there, and just so happens where I went to college is close to Kevin Wall's church, which is where I went to church, and I guess all three of you really had listened to his messages, right? A lot.
Yeah. And I just mentioned him.
I had been going to church there for 3 years while I was in college. So when he said that, I don't know, he said something about Kevin Wall, I don't know. And I said, oh, well, I went to church there. So then that kind of sparked a lot of other conversations.
That's actually the first thing he come back and said. He was excited, and he said, and she goes to Kevin Wall's church, so I know we won't flip her out.
I think that was part of the conversation is he was trying to ask me what kind of church I went to because he didn't know if I was a holy roller or if I was you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he wanted to make sure that I wouldn't be scared away, which I wasn't. So here we are. Now it's been 3 years, we've known each other more than 3 years, but we've almost been married 3 years on July 8th.
We've known each other barely over 3 years, 3.5.
I got our dates wrong. It's 28 years and 1 month tomorrow. Sorry, 28 years, 1 month tomorrow.
But now that we're on the podcast, I
couldn't tell you how many days we've been together.
Now that we're on the podcast, let me say something crazy that I don't think I've admitted.
Oh, Lord.
I knew we were going to do a podcast 3 years ago, so I saved it for this moment.
I'm sure, yes. No. I believe that.
All right, so the day that me and Soren met, whenever I came back and found Brother Jeremy, he was actually at a K Jewelers. Do you remember this? Mm-hmm. You were at a K Jewelers. You were buying her Christmas gift, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. And at that moment, after having the conversation...
Is that what it was?
After having the conversation with Sloan the way I did, and after feeling the connection I did after the first meeting, there was a split second. You can believe this if you want to, but there was a split second where I thought, like, I'm probably going to be shopping for a ring. Like, I'm going to get her a wedding ring, maybe from K Jewelers, maybe not, but I did have that thought, which I thought, well, the thing is kind of cool.
Well, for those of you who don't know, that was in December.
Of 2022.
Right? And then we started dating in January. Then he proposed in April, and we got married in July. So, you know.
Had a kid the following April.
It wasn't that long between that first meeting and our wedding. And then a little bit after that, our first child. And then a little bit after that, our second child. So, you know, we kind of went and fast forward everything real quick.
Yeah, it's been busy. So, let's get to the first question. What is something that people don't see in ministry when it comes to your home life? So, like, people see us every Sunday and every Wednesday at church, but what are the things they don't see at home? Anybody want to start with that?
The things they don't see that we deal with ministry at home?
Anything. I mean, whether it be that or just the things we have to prepare for and things we have to do.
Oh,
I mean, anything.
We're all busy because 4 kids, it'll take it out of you. But I think just running, doing ball games, cooking supper, working, making sure that we got things ready for church, studying, preparing for our lessons and our messages, and then, you know, carrying a lot of the weight of the congregation, and praying for them and worrying about them. And, you know, you take it to heart because they're our family. You know, it may not be by blood, but it is by love. And everybody that we come in contact with, we love them and we pray for them and we cherish them and we want nothing but the best for them. So we carry that burden for them, with them at home.
Anything you want to add to that?
Oh, I think it was good.
Well, I think like for us it's a little different because they're both preachers, and like for us you preach but I don't. So it like you don't have to listen. I mean, I do preach, but not like that. I mean, I preach to you.
She preached to him.
Or to anybody who listen, but I don't preach like that. But like I see what you do to prepare for messages, study, and all that stuff. I'm not necessarily doing that, but it's also different because, like, being over the youth, there's not as much kids coming to us like how the church all comes to you. So, but there is still stuff like that, like, you know, a kid is going through something, a parent texts you or whatever, and that it makes you feel like you have to carry that too, not in a bad way, because I'm glad we get to do it, but you want to, you just take that on for yourself because you love them, and like, it's like they're your own kids, and you know, you just want the best for them. But like, I've watched Tanner study and he preaches to me before he preaches to the church. He talked about that in the last episode, but he's all the time saying stuff. This is what I'm going to say, and I'm like, maybe don't say that. Yeah. Or maybe you should say this instead. Like, or sometimes I just truly don't listen all the time, and I say, yeah, it sounds good. So, but I don't do that because I'm not a preacher. So, thank the Lord that I'm not a preacher.
I think it's important to realize too, like, I think ministry is more than just like preaching.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I think that every member of a church should be a minister in some form or fashion. I think everybody has a job to do, and we're all Christians, so we're all there to share the Word of God. But I think you guys hit it on the head. I mean, just at home, studying. I mean, we don't just come here on a Sunday morning or Wednesday night and teach a lesson or preach a message. Like, sometimes I've had God give me a message 3 and 4 weeks before I've even preached it.
Right.
And you've got to dwell on that, and you think about it and question God sometimes, even though you probably shouldn't do that. And I think that's the things that people don't see. You know, you might get woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning with a thought. Or you might might wake up and just think to pray for somebody in the church. Or there's so many things that people don't see behind the scenes. And I'm not saying it to pat ourselves on the back, but it's not always easy.
I agree.
Well, I think also like maybe not here, but I know in Ohio, it's like some people see pastors or people who are like leadership in the church, and they're like, I really wish I could do that. Like, but they don't. Not that it's bad. I don't want to make it sound like it's bad, but they don't see all the other stuff. They see, oh, so and so's doing this. That's awesome. But there's a lot more than just the stuff that you see. Like for me too, I do all the media and the live stream and all that stuff. So everything that I do, pretty much nobody even knows that I'm doing it until it doesn't work. So that's kind of like, which I don't care because I don't want anybody to notice me anyway. But there's so much stuff that happens that people don't even realize that you guys do before church starts, before anybody gets here, before it's not just like, oh, there's the pastor and his wife, they're doing their life or whatever. There's so much stuff that goes into it that I didn't know because none of my family's preachers, so I didn't.
And you say that it's no different. Like even when we go on a vacation, we still are constantly we worry about the church.
Yep.
How's the Sunday service going? How's the Wednesday night service going? Has the members congregation showed up? Or it's a constant. You're a pastor and a pastor's wife 24/7, 365 days a year.
It doesn't end.
It never stops. And so even when you may be out of town, you still have that thought, and you still want to know that your people's okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you brought that up because I even get more nervous whenever you guys aren't here.
We get nervous too when we're not here.
Because, I mean, typically this is off subject a little bit, but like I get more nervous, like, speaking of taking things for granted that you don't realize that like people do, like I get super nervous like leading the church service. So every time you're not here and I have to lead a church service, like I get nervous. I don't see how you do it like every Sunday. Like I can preach, I get nervous preaching, don't get me wrong. I get nervous singing, don't get me wrong, but like just something simple like leading a church service, like that actually takes.
Yeah, you thought he was upset about the podcast. That makes him even more nervous than this.
Yeah, I am nervous
and
about this
then
too.
after it's over, he says, did I say anything dumb? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I say, well.
It just takes practice.
I think because you do it all the time.
Yeah.
He
And
just
I'll be honest with you, I still, especially when it comes to following the Spirit, I still get anxious because I've shared this many times with the church. I'm kind of uber organized, and I like things in a certain way. So, I've shared with Sister Renee several times. It's like when the Spirit's moving, and you don't want to do anything to stifle the Spirit, to shut down the Spirit. It's still even after it's going to be 6 years. If the people shouting and worshiping, and you don't want to get up there too early, and I'm standing in the audience on the front row, and there's time where I'll look at Tanner and he'll look at me, we'll make eye contact, and I'll go like this, little signals to keep going, and the whole time I'm sitting there, okay, Lord, do I go up there, and then let's say we have a tear down and people's around the altar, which I hope that happens all the time. And do you preach? Do you not preach? It's being sensitive to the Spirit, letting Him lead you, and that's still. I don't care if I pastor for 30 years. You're still going to worry, and you just got to do the best you can. Feel like that you are listening the best you can, and just the Spirit will tell you. And I'm more comfortable today than I was year 1, year 2, year 3, absolutely. But still, it's intimidating. It's weird how I'm fixing to say it, but it's intimidating. Just picture, I don't know, how would you act if, give me somebody famous that walked into church? Brother Kevin Wallace.
Perfect example.
He's famous to me. I've never met him. One of these days I hope I do. Maybe if you're watching, we can. But anyway, so, if he come in and I'd be a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
Right? So it's the same premise to me. It's like, with the Holy Spirit, I believe, is always here. But when He's ministering, it's nerve-wracking because you don't want to do anything. Does that make sense?
And the Holy Spirit's as famous as it gets.
Oh, yeah, 100%. More so than mortal man, of course. But so it's the same concept. But the nerves would get, the more you do it, the more comfortable you do it, and yeah, it's still.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever a time that you will become or can become 100% comfortable. Nor do I think you should.
Right.
Because it's important and it's serious. Mm-hmm. She brought up something a while ago that reminded me of something I wanted to ask, which was, how many times do you have to hear, especially Sister Renee, whenever a service is over, hey, how bad was that, or did I say something wrong, or...
That starts on the way out the door and before the car door shuts and before we are ever on the road headed home, all the way home, and then when we lay down in the bed, and sometimes there's a phone call the next day at work. So, yes, that is, and I think that's normal for most preachers or anybody that carries the Word of God, because that's how the devil gets to you.
Yeah.
He tries to pick your message apart, but,
Well, in my defense, I talk to you. Sister Renee preaches. She talks
Same
to me.
thing. Mm-hmm.
She calls her sister. Yep. She'll call her friend,
Gail
Gutierrez. I believe she called the mayor of Glasgow a couple times. I don't know.
Donald Trump, President Donald Trump.
So she goes through a Rolodex of everybody. So yes, I talk to her, and she'll give me it was fine. That's not the response you're looking for. Yeah. But she'll say, it was all right. It was fine. No, you did good. And that's it. But let's flip it around. Now, if I'm driving down the road and she gives me the 1,000 questions and I say, it was fine. Oh, is it fine? That's all it was? So,
To a woman saying it's fine, it's not
sorry.
the same thing as when he says it's fine. But I will say, going off of that, every woman watching, we're on the same page right here. So, and every man too, if they're married, at least knows that. He'll say, now everybody just calm down before I say this. He'll ask me all kinds of questions. I think I shouldn't have said, maybe I should have said, and usually my response is, which you two know what I'm going to say, but I usually say, he's being an idiot. Right? Or I say,
she's
can
from
you
Ohio.
just stop asking me because I already said it was fine. And then you probably ask somebody else because I think you can have some sympathy for each other because you both preach. I just feel like it was good. I thought it was a good message. He should think it's a good message.
Let's roll on to something
but
else.
It's not like, I mean, I know it's not like that, and I know you worry, but I'm just like, please stop asking me.
And it's not even that I'm trying to hear if it was a good message or not. Right. It's the fact that, I want to make sure I didn't say anything stupid or, offend anybody.
Right. That was the next thing on my mouth. You're worried that, oh no, did I run somebody off of church this time because I said something wrong? And I've learned if you're under the anointing and the Holy Ghost is leading you, then whatever is said, you didn't run them off. It was the Holy Ghost convicting them. So that's come with time and I guess experience. But yeah, as long as, and I've never did anything in the flesh. I've always been sensitive to the Spirit. So if they can't take it, then that's on them.
And I guess it's just hard to get in that mindset too, because I don't want to say that I'm a people pleaser, but I guess I'm a little bit like a people pleaser.
That's a Southern thing. Hello, is this thing on? It's a Southern thing. In Ohio, you say whatever you want. If somebody's feelings get hurt, that's their problem. Here, now, I've been better. Don't you think I'm better than I was? Maybe not.
She's working on it.
No one's saying anything.
It's so hard to not just say what you want to say, but here you have to say, you are so beautiful, but blah, 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 and then throw in the mad thing, and then say, but it's okay because bless your heart, and your mom is wonderful. You got to end and bless your
heart, or bless them.
At home, you just say, boom, 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 this is what happened, and then you're done. And they're like, okay. Yeah. And then you get on with your life and you forget about it. Here, it's like everybody's feelings are hurt forever. I don't understand that.
Well, it's a Southern thing.
It is a Southern thing. So,
we're working on you. I mean, you've lived in Ohio a whole lot longer than you.
So.
You've lived in Ohio a whole lot longer than you lived here. So we've got, I don't know, 20 more years to go, and you'll be caught back up.
Maybe I'll be a Southern grandma. Well, not 20 years, but in 50 years or something.
So that's actually we'll end right there. That's a perfect ending point. So how do you support each other in ministry?
I get out of her way.
Your support is by moving out of the way.
Because she will steamroll over you.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
I mean, I think she hit on the way that she supports me is I feel like I can ask her anything, whether it be about something I said or something I did or anything, and she's going to be honest. So speaking of being a northerner and just being blunt and honest, that's probably something I needed. She's just blunt and honest and to the point, and you eventually learn to take it. But I mean, what do you guys do to support each other? Is there anything
just
specifically?
Listening, and I probably don't. She does better supporting me than I do supporting her.
Amen.
Just because I'm more.
You.
Yeah, I'm more like I was born in Kentucky, but I could probably have some Ohio in me because I mean the 1,000 questions. I mean, you want to ask me a couple questions? I'm fine. I'm in. 45 minutes later. Same question over and over again. It gets a little bit. I'm like, can we just move on? The sermon was great. Spirit moved. You ministered. Lives were touched. Lives were changed. Everybody left there better than they come in. And why are we asking the same question? Well, I've done told you. I will say in my defense, I will ask her a question, and we'll talk about it for about 3.5 minutes, maybe if I'm lucky. And then she's rolled on to something else, and that's the end of it. Her, on the other hand, her expectation is at least 3.5 days of talking about her message. So, but I don't do a good enough job. I got to do better because she is really, really good, very good. Matter of fact, I tell her all the time, there's more people. I love it, and I joke with her about this. Here we go. I aggravate her all the time. I'll now, Sister Renee's going to be preaching. You can just see everybody's eyes. I walk by, Sister Renee's going to be preaching. I mean, people come out of the woodwork, and I aggravate her about that. I said, see, I just need to, you want to fill the church? We'll just see that you're preaching all the time. We'll be good.
You want to know how I support Brother Jeremy in ministry?
How's that?
After that big spill over here, I feel like supporting each other in ministry it goes outside of just preaching, but there's times that, we might have plans.
Yep.
And the phone rings. And he says, honey, I've got to go to the church. And I say, okay, you go to the church and I'll be praying. And I may not even know what for, but you have to understand you can't get angry when duty calls. In other words, when a church member's in need, sometimes you got to stop right in the middle. There's been a time that we were on our way somewhere out of town and the phone rung, and it was pretty much a crisis. And, instead of getting mad, we just stopped the car, we turned around, and we went to the family. And that, is dedication, it's commitment, and it's knowing that, hey, he may not be at every little ball game of Avery's, I may not get to go to every ball game of Avery's, but nonetheless, one of us is always going to be present for the time of need, and then we're going to support each other in that part of the ministry. So, yeah, it's just knowing that there's no need throwing rocks, no need throwing stones. God called us into it, and what God called us to do, he'll bring us through. So
That's actually a great transition, because the question I had written down here is, how do you keep Christ at the center? How do you balance ministry and life when life gets busy? And
You going first?
Well, God is the center point of our home. He is the first. Everything is based around God and church. And then we plan our lives around God and church. We don't plan our life and then plan God. It's God, and then we plan the things we do outside of that. But, it's a commitment.
Yeah.
We are committed to God above anything else, and we know that. And we know that in our home, it's God, it's our marriage, and then it's our children. So we don't let our children rule us, and we work together as one, and then it's always, we surrender to the Lord, and then everything else falls into place.
Yeah. I think for us is like, we know what the church calendar is going to be for the next year, usually in December or January. So for us is, all right, we've got the church calendar for the full year. We're going to go on vacation here, here, and here. We're going to visit Ohio here, here, and here. And if we have a weekend plan or something like that comes up, I mean, weekends and different things you want to do come up during the year. But the first thing we do is, hey, look at the church calendar.
Yeah,
Hey, look at the church calendar.
It's also like, it's just what she said. You have to make a commitment that that's what you're going to do. And, just to be frank, since I've already talked about that, some people don't want to do that. And they just don't. But that's what we know, that's what we need to do. That's that's the only reason why, first of all, that we're even married in the first place, is because we listened and were seeking out what God was telling us to do. And like, I'll never forget the first time I came. This is sort of off topic, but it sort of fits. The first time I came to this church, like, we had only met twice, I think. 3 times maybe.
Maybe 3 times, yeah.
But there was something, like, I was praying the whole time, who am I supposed to be with this person? Because I was at a place in my life where I didn't want to do anything unless I knew for sure that that was the person who God had for me. And then I started to feel like maybe it was, and then I got a little freaked out, and I was like, are you sure, God? You know how you do. Are you sure? And then he tells you again, and then, are you sure? You know how. So anyway, the first service I came to, I knew that I was supposed to come to church here. And I'll never forget, you were preaching about the things in your life that are keeping you away from God. And at that time, I knew in my head what it was, and it wasn't you. So anyway, but I think at that moment when I knew like what I was getting myself into, gonna be marrying a preacher and you're over the youth and all that, you just make that decision. Like, you're gonna listen to what God has you to do, and then you're also going to, when you're over something important in the church like that, you have to decide that that's going to be a priority. And if you don't, then it's just not going to work. Yeah. And I also say, the only thing that, well, this sounds stupid, but sometimes it's not all amazing. Like, yes, we always put God first, but all the rest of the stuff sometimes is just like all messed up and everything's bad. But then you get out on the other side of it, and the only reason why is because at the end of the day, if God is on the top, then all the rest of the messy stuff sort of just sorts itself out. And we don't always have it all organized together. Like, it just goes crazy sometimes.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, life is going to get busy. Things are going to get hard throughout life. That's life. But at the end of the day, it's quite simple. I mean, if you put God first and keep God first, then it's all going to work itself out. Keep God in the center.
I think the phrase you put with the balance, and I think that's what a lot of people mess up. They try to balance and try to keep God and life at even. Mm-hmm. And there's no balance. Yeah. It's God and everything else. So God's here.
As odd as it seems, you're more balanced by being imbalanced. Mm-hmm. As crazy as that seems. I mean, you put God higher up, your life's going to seem more balanced, even though.
Trying to get to church today, not just our church, any church, modern church, trying to get them to do that today, it's laughable. I mean, they get upset, like to your point. I mean, we put a calendar out in January and they're just oblivious to it. You know, it can be frustrating from a pastor's perspective, but you know, you just roll on, and the ones that chooses to make that commitment, you go with them, and the ones that chooses to put self above God and everything else, then you just see when we see. That's the way you got to look at it. You
can plan God and church around your life, or you can plan your life around God and church. And when you plan your life around God and church, you're probably going to have a better life and a more blessed life. Even though it seems like you're missing out on things, you're really not. The more you get of God, the more you realize that a lot of those things don't even matter.
Yep. I think we've all been on the other side of it too. Yeah. Like where church was kind of in the back burner.
Oh, 100%.
You know, and then the life that we live now, it's like a totally different.
Oh yeah.
In a better way.
Because
honestly.
it took the commitment.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot easier to plan God out of your life because you have to be committed, and when you fully surrender and are committed to God, then you want that. But if you plan, you can just so easily plan Him out of your life because, well, I want to go do that this Sunday, and I want to do this Sunday. Yep. Flesh can easily override the Spirit. So it's why the Bible tells us to keep the flesh under subjection.
Yeah, and I think that's a great ending point for our discussion. It's just keep God first. Keep God in the center, and you can find that. You keep God first, you can find that balance, quote unquote, that we were talking about, and have a more blessed and great life. So now time for story time.
Uh-oh.
So I asked each wife when I sent the overview earlier, if they read over the overview, who knows. But I sent the overview. And I need a funny church story from each wife. Me and Jeremy told some funny church stories last week that involved me.
He tooted.
Yes, that happened.
See, I can say idiot then. You can say too.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying.
So what is a funny church story from any time? Are you starting us out?
Well, I can, but now I've been in church. It can be from any time, right?
Anytime.
So I remember.
1833.
I remember long time ago, and I was just a little girl, so I was probably, I don't know, 9, 10 years old. And we was going to a little country church, and I remember vividly watching this man. He done it every time. He'd get ready to pray, and I looked beside him, and he would take his false teeth and lay them down beside him so he wouldn't spit them out while he was praying.
Oh, my
Or
gosh.
he would be testifying, and he'd take them out while he's yes. And then he'd put them back in and just act like, just keep on going. So that was something that's always, I always thought that was humorous. I've even at times seen them where they would get happy in the spirit, and I've watched them hop on one leg out the church door and come back in another door at the church hopping. So that was pretty cool. Now, one on myself was when we had a chili supper here. And I had just started coming, and, they wanted to make me a part and stuff. So Mom said, you come up with the chili recipe.
Uh-oh.
I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So I'm going around, and me and Gail Gutierrez, we were going to get the best chili recipe there was. And we did. We got one that was known in Cave City. I can't remember the guy's name. So this has been
But it was the big
10.
pot.
Yes, this was the big cauldron
open
fire.
fire.
Yeah, we're making-
Open fire.
yeah.
I mean, this is huge deal. Churches buying the chili. Everybody's pumped up for this chili that
$500
we
worth of it.
Ooh, and it was $500. Yes, honey. Lip smacking good chili. So Gail Gooch, she had a heart cath the weekend of the chili dinner. And while she was still a little bit under anesthesia, I said, Gail, what was the ingredients? Mama needs to know.
Uh-oh.
So Gail gives me the ingredients, and I'm writing them down. So Mama calls me later on. She said, honey, you sure that this chili calls for baked beans? I said, absolutely, I am sure. It is Bush's baked beans by the big jar can.
Oh, man.
It takes about 5 or 10 of those. Honey, me and Aunt Gail don't believe it's going to take that. Mama, I'm telling you, this is the man's recipe. So they got it all dumped out in there, got that chili going. It was so sweet that you couldn't hardly eat it. Well, I found the recipe a little later, Tanner, and I'm crying because I've cost the church all this money, but Uncle Jimmy said just doctor it up. So we doctored it up, and everybody's eating the chili, and boy, they was telling us how good it was, knowing that it wasn't that great.
Yeah. I don't remember this.
You was probably little. It's probably been 10 years ago or longer.
10 years? I was
18.
I was 18 years old.
Well, you should have remembered it.
I don't know why I don't remember
So
this.
anyways, I did find the recipe, and lo and behold, it said chili beans.
Chili beans.
The end.
So we put 10 jars
Of
of Bush's baked beans.
Big Bush's baked
in a
beans.
big old pot.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Nonetheless, they didn't let me bring the chili recipe anymore.
Okay, but this is my story now. But you won the chili thing, right? Though since I've been here,
Yeah, she did not use that
she's
recipe.
redeemed herself on her own, and I think 3 years she's won our chili cook-off. So we've transitioned from a huge kettle of chili to.
But she's used Bush's baked beans every time. Fun fact. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say.
And by the way, it is
make chili.
and by
however
the
you
way,
want.
the chili cook-off is a blind vote, so no one knows who it is. Like, she won it 3 times fair and square. I mean, they weren't just voting for the pastor's wife. Like, she won it.
Wendy's won.
Wendy's won one year,
I was
yeah.
going to say that, and I was going to say nobody voted for my chili, but everybody at home would have voted for my chili.
That's because people in the north don't use noodles in
Noodles.
their chili, and that's just we gotta have
soup.
noodles down here.
That's soup. Anyway, I have 2, and one is from when I was a child. So if someone's watching this from home who thinks the story's wrong, it's because I was like 7 years old. But at the church I grew up in, we have these 2 stages. It was a huge cathedral that we we bought off somebody. But the left side stage was where my mom and her group would sing, and there was a door, like a back door sort of, that we would use for funerals. So it was a big wide open door, and she would come early with her band and practice before the service started. So of course I was little and I had to go with her, and there was this one door was unlocked, all the rest was locked. This lady, I guess, knew that they left the door unlocked to have people come in, and she knocked on the door, and I'm a kid, so when someone knocks on the door, I just assume it's somebody in my mom's band. Well, it wasn't. It was this woman who I didn't know, which I let her in anyway because I didn't know. And she came in, and at first she was just listening, like it was fine, and my mom was like, whatever, don't worry about it. Well, with the rehearsal's over, church is getting ready to start, and my mom gets up there and she starts singing, and all of a sudden, about, I don't know, it was maybe one or two songs in. Is that what I said before? I don't remember.
I think it was one or two songs in.
One or two songs in the
set.
middle of the worship, and it's like the church I grew up in. It was a good worship service. I mean, sometimes we did the Jericho March. It was a good service. All of a sudden, this lady that nobody knows, or I didn't think anybody knew, stands up in the congregation and just starts running up to the stage, and we're like, man, this is awesome. Well, then she goes up onto the stage, and she's up there like trying to join in, and like she's saying all kinds of crazy stuff and like hollering, and she wants to be part of the band. And my mom is like, for those of you who know my mom, like she's like, this is not going to work. This is not happening. So then I don't know if like she says something bad. I think she might throw off some inappropriate language. So some of we called them ushers. They're like deacons, I guess, in the congregation in case something happens. They all get up and they go up there, and she starts freaking out. And I just remember like 6, maybe 7 ushers had to carry this woman off the stage, and they took her out the doors, the funeral doors. And I thought, what in the world? And like as a kid, we saw crazy stuff all the time. But I was like, I don't really think that was something that's supposed to happen at the church. It was just like so fast. This lady, I don't even know what was wrong with her. And then after that, we never saw her again.
And just to think that all happened because you let her in.
I know, and I'm like, why did no one tell me? Well, like, no one's supposed to come in that door. So, like, someone should have said, no, everybody's here, don't open the door. Well, nobody's paying attention, obviously.
How old were you when this happened?
I was little, like, well, I didn't have diabetes yet. So
you were like
I was
6 or
less
7.
than, I was probably 6 or 7 years old. And I just remember, and then my mom told me later, I think that there was something wrong with that lady. She was trying to be nice, but it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And here she came. It was like, she was on a mission. She knew the second she walked in there, she was going to run up there and get on that stage. So it was crazy.
So, lady, if you're out there watching,
I sure hope not.
if you're out there watching,
leave a comment and let me know
what was going on.
what happened.
We hope you've got your life back on track and everything's going good.
The other thing I want to say really fast, and I know that was a long story, but when I first started coming here and I started doing the lyrics of the on the screen, there's a song Tanner sings that says, when my seasons change. And for whatever reason, when I downloaded do you remember this?
Yes.
When I downloaded the lyrics, instead of saying seasons change, it said, when my sins exchange. And so I didn't realize it until one day. I think I was singing at the time, maybe. I don't know. And I looked up there and I thought, what in the world? And here, everybody in the choir is saying sins exchange, and the actual words are seasons change. So I just think that's funny
that's just a language barrier.
Nobody knew the real words to the song. So
yeah, that's just a language barrier. But I want to go back to this story for the woman for a second. I know we're probably running long, but I pictured the "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" scene whenever they come in and they carry the candidate out on the post.
Is you is or is you ain't.
Is you is or is you ain't my constituency.
Constituencies.
But anyways.
I'm just saying it was wild, and maybe she had something wrong with her, but I thought it was pretty
Pappy
funny.
O'Daniel.
No, it was the one that ran against him.
I know, but Pappy O'Daniel, he was running against it.
Yeah.
Is you is or is you ain't.
Is that when he's singing to try and get his wife back?
Yes, that's that scene, yep. So, all right, so let's get into some other stories. You guys have traveled a lot. So, what are some of the favorite places you have traveled? I want to hear some of these stories.
To the kitchen table and back to the couch.
I mean, I know you've got a trip planned to Hawaii later on. That's going to be probably up there high on your
See
list.
the
but
look.
What are some places you've traveled that you like the best?
My most favorite trip that we have taken, it's probably been about 2-3 years ago, was to Maine.
Maine.
We went to Arcadia National Park, and I think it's breathtaking.
Yes, because 4 miles in, I had no breath. It was taken.
Jeremy's not a very big hiker, but he's starting to get broke in.
I big. That's why I don't like hiking. You see what I did there? I mean, hello? Please laugh. Someone.
Here he goes with the dead jokes.
You're doing better though.
I have. I've been, we hiked 12 miles, and
That was in Montana.
No, that was last weekend at Red River Gorge.
Oh, last weekend, Red River Gorge.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Which I've still never been there. Just saying.
It's great place.
So that's her favorite. Maine's her favorite.
Maine's
What's your
my
favorite?
favorite.
Maine's favorite. I enjoyed going out west. I would say not to Montana. I liked Montana. I don't care if I ever go back to Montana.
We're going back.
No. South Dakota, Wyoming, 100%. Yellowstone, we dipped into Yellowstone, loved it. I want to go back to South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. I'll tell you this.
He's a history nerd.
Yes. I never will forget this as long as I live, and this tell you how much of a dork I am.
Amen.
We was going to Mount Rushmore, and obviously it's up a mountain. So we was going, and we round the corner, and there's Mount Rushmore. I literally got teary-eyed and started crying.
Never been there.
Because it's Mount Rushmore.
It's Mount Rushmore.
It's Mount Rushmore right there. And it just.
I didn't think it was so. I still get goosebumps. It was so. I mean, because you've seen it on pictures and TV,
Oh,
and
I see. It was just overwhelming.
it was so overwhelming. Around that corner. I mean, I'd probably cry today.
I can see that though. I think it'd be cool to see that.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so, babe,
Well,
favorite place we traveled
this
together?
is going to be probably a unanimous.
She said Starbucks.
Yeah, the Starbucks that you took out of Opry Mills Mall. Hello.
If you
people.
answer what I think you're going to answer, then I will change my answer. But, anyways, go ahead. Favorite place we traveled together.
What?
That way we can
We've
have-
not been that many places.
I'm saying that way we can have two separate answers.
Well,
I'll
I
let you
know
answer
my
first.
favorite place is Anna Maria Island, which I thought you would probably say too. That's why I said unanimous. But
Yeah.
that's where we went on our honeymoon, and then we took his whole family there the next year. So it's an awesome place, but that doesn't mean you should go there because it's overwhelmed with tourists, and that ruins the vibe.
Yes. For anybody that wants to go to Anna Maria Island, it's the
Don't
worst.
go.
It's the worst vacation spot ever. You will not enjoy it at all. Just save the crowd
Go
to
to
the rest
Panama
of it.
City
Yeah, go to
instead.
Panama City instead.
I have a feeling they're not being 100% factual.
Yeah, we don't want
We
we don't
probably
want to ruin
shouldn't.
the island vibe.
Did they build the pier back?
It's almost done.
what's-
City Pier's almost done.
Yeah,
But-
Rod and Reel's a different story.
Rod and Reel is.
Hurricane took it.
Yeah, Rod and Reel.
Is
Rod
that the
and,
place you would say though? But
Anna Maria is my number one. I'm gonna throw in like St. John and Trunk Bay.
oh yeah, I forgot
just to
we
be
went on a
different
cruise, yeah.
because that's the prettiest beach. Anna Maria is awesome, but Trunk Bay at St. John's the prettiest beach. Well, actually, it honestly got voted #1 beach in the world. So like, it's the prettiest
Yeah,
beach in the world.
but you all went on a cruise and didn't love it that much, right? Was
We
that?
didn't go there. We went to
Oh,
Nassau and Half Moon Cay or something other.
well, yeah, I forgot that we went on a cruise. I'll say the cruise was really awesome, but there's just something about the island that will be unnamed that will change your life. But don't go there.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to the last question. Then we'll get into our last segments. What are some pet peeves?
Oh Lord, we don't have.
What are some pet
time.
peeves?
See.
We'll end it with the pet peeves before we get into our segment. So we'll start with Brother Jeremy. What are some pet peeves, not too serious, that you have about
I was gonna say
that you have about Sister Renee?
This could be a long.
What's that question that you asked 1,000 times that makes me so mad? You understand what I'm saying? Is that what you say?
No comment.
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
Yeah. Like she'll be talking and she has to end it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know what you're saying.
No, you don't answer me.
I don't want to answer you. We're having a conversation. It's a closed-ended conversation. Hey, the sun's shining. You know what I'm saying? The sun's
I can
shining.
talk.
I don't need to respond to that.
In my defense, I can talk for 45 minutes straight, and he sits there like this. So I have to pose a question to even get a response.
And my response is, I hate that question. Don't ask me again. So she gets a response.
All right. So brother Jeremy's pet peeve is the question, do you understand what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I think that I understand what you're saying. See what I did?
Exactly. Any woman
because a conversation is two people talking to each
Right.
other. And it seems like me and Sister Renee are always talking and then not getting
would.
anything
Let
in
me
return.
buy an example here, guys.
Just saying.
Take this note. So we go to Montana and we get a taxi ride by the backpack ferry. Now Jeremy's rode with me for 2.5 hours.
Let's clarify here.
Let's not pause on backpack ferry. What is
Backpack
that?
ferry. It was a guy. He was no ferry. In a van.
It was
Down
the
by the
name
river.
of the company.
Okay.
Backpack ferry, they take you to where you want to
Okay, I got
go
you.
and
Ferry
drop.
like a
It's a
traveling-
taxi ride.
Just-
So I have rode with him for 2.5 hours, and I talked not a word, and then I just went to sleep. So we get in the van with this guy. He didn't shut up. He talked and asked questions the whole ride.
He was a Native American
And I told that
He
guy-
was pretty cool.
I told him, I said, he
was
hasn't
pretty
talked
cool.
this much in the whole time we've been. I said, I rode 30 hours to get to Montana, and he spoke only 3 words.
I loved it. I mean, we was connecting. And
So just go ahead and tell me when I tell you what my pet peeve is.
All right. So, Sister Renee, it's now time for your
Backpack
pet
ferry.
peeve.
My pet peeve is Jeremy slapping his lips when he eats.
Oh, man.
And he'll go. And then when he has his mouth full, and I'm talking full, y'all watch him sometime at potluck, he'll go, I videoed it. And he got mad. But that's what you get.
Do you still have the video?
Yes.
We will insert the video at this point of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Last time she's on the show.
All right, so I'm kind of hesitant to do this, but here we go. Let's hear your pet peeve about me.
Okay. Let me get warmed up here, my vocal cords.
There are so many.
So, let me
You
go.
only get one, by the way.
I'm going through a long mental list, and I'm going to land on one in a random order. I think it would have to be. That would be it.
In my defense,
No, he's not sick.
I have really bad acid reflux,
He also
and there's no cure.
Prilosec OTC.
No cure for it.
That you took and he stopped taking it.
I can actually do it right now, but I'm going to hold it in.
I seen it in your throat there.
If you start
Okay,
thinking about
but you
it,
gotta understand. Don't feel sorry for him. It's the most disgusting. It's horrible. It makes you get cold chills. It's so nasty.
There is times that he does it at the table.
And now,
Almost every time at the table.
And now, to make matters worse, our son
Has acid reflux at 8
acid
weeks
reflux.
old.
He's developed
And
this
in
gene.
the middle of the night, he'll go. I
She
will
has to hear
also
it from both
say
sides of the bed.
I should have known because it was like we were dating for a month, and we went to Lighthouse Restaurant in Sulphur
Yeah, that done it.
Wells. And he came out to the car and was doing that, and I thought like he was actually sick. The food
No.
made him sick, and threw up beside the car. It wasn't even throw up; it was just
Stuff.
something.
Yeah.
out. Oh
I can't.
my gosh!
I can't explain it, and it's not only me. Like
It's
my
sick.
my dad's the same way. Like if he eats certain foods or certain things, like it just flares up. It's disgusting.
Your dad could be sitting there. If you gag, he'll go throw up.
Yes, 100%. I'm not quite that bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
we've
it is
been
bad.
married 3 years. I've never heard your dad do what you do.
He holds it in when you're around. I'm telling
Well,
you.
that's appropriate. You should learn how to
for
do that.
anybody that knows him, Outside of you, this is a known fact.
Yes.
It's the most disgusting thing. Imagine the most disgusting thing you ever heard, and that's what it is.
All right,
Daily, hourly, I would argue.
now it's my turn.
I don't do anything that's annoying.
So for those of
Nothing.
you that don't know, Sister Soren has type 1 diabetes. So
Okay, wait a minute. What am I supposed to do about that?
that's not the pet peeve. The type 1 diabetes is not the pet peeve.
Okay.
I just have to preface it with
I
that.
have a real disease.
Yeah. The type 1 diabetes is not the pet peeve. That's not where I was going. But anyways, for those of you that don't know, Sister Soren has type 1 diabetes. So therefore, whenever her sugar gets low or anything like that happens, she has to go find some snacks. Fair statement.
That's true.
All right. However, every snack she's ever ate in her entire life is the loudest snack known to man. Like, she just can't eat a quiet snack. Like, go eat, like, no fudge rounds, no oatmeal cream pies, no chips.
Okay,
Crackers.
I can't eat the fudge rounds and oatmeal cream pies because they're all beside your bed stand.
You can steal one.
No.
Anyways, this is my pet peeve. You only get one. It's my turn.
Could you imagine? Go ahead. You finish yours and I got it. I just got that.
Every snack that she eats is the loudest. And then when she's not eating loud crackers or loud chips, it's ice. Constantly. I thought it would end after she had her second child. No, never ends. It's
He
just loud
bought me
snacks.
an ice maker for Mother's Day that makes chewing ice.
If that doesn't show you how much I love my wife,
What was I supposed to do? Not use it?
if that doesn't show you how much I love my wife, I don't know what will. I even bought her the thing that bothered my pet peeve the most because I love her so much.
Yeah, that's good. That's good comeback. I was just sitting here thinking how Sister Renee mentioned about my, doing whatever with the tongue. Can you imagine about 35 years when I lose my teeth and I'm about 90 years old?
You'll be the guy on the then you'll be the guy on the altar taking his teeth out when you pray.
I can't believe that guy just set his teeth next to him. Oh, that's so gross. He needs some of that sticky stuff to keep him in here. Ugh.
All right.
Poly grip.
So we've got through our story time. We've got through our pet peeves. We got 3 more quick segments. So it's time for Tanner's Top 3. It's time for Tanner's Top 3. And today we are going with your top 3 fast food restaurants, rapid fire. We're starting with Brother Jeremy. Top 3 fast food restaurants.
Jersey Mike's, which is a newly one acquired on my list. Jersey Mike's, big fan of that. The Chick-fil-A will have to go there as number 2. Number 3, I would have to go with fast food. I would have to go with probably Freddy's.
Good call. I'm not mad at any of those. All right.
I'm ready.
Sister Renee, top 3 fast food
My
restaurants.
top 3 is going to be, of course, Taco Bell. And it's going to be followed up with Freddy's. And then it's
Ooh.
going to be followed up with Sonic.
So 2 Freddy's on the
Smash
board.
burgers, yeah.
I did not see Freddy's making 2 in the top 3.
See the podcast, send some gift cards. Love you, mean it.
Go ahead and sponsor the show.
there you
Real
go.
money, yeah.
Shout
We
out,
need-
Freddy's.
We need real money.
All right. Top 3.
Okay, now,
Is
there's
Starbucks-
rules to this, right? If Starbucks
leave it to
is
Soren, which one sets these
counting,
rules.
no, I'm just saying, fast food has a drive-through, right? Can we all agree on that? Mm-hmm. If it has a drive-through, so my number 1.
I know Jersey Mike's not drive through.
I mean,
Well, that's still fast food.
That's fast food.
That's you go in and order
that
it and
counts.
take it out.
Yeah.
Chipotle, that's my number 1.
It's fast food?
You go in and you order, or you go through drive-through.
Yep, I get that.
Then I think number 2 is probably Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Another shout out.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A in
Closed on
Glasgow.
Sundays.
That's my Chick-fil-A.
There you go. And then I think number 3, well, this is going to be a nasty one, but I just can't not say it because of fries, is McDonald's.
I mean,
Wow.
that's a hot take. However,
I don't like anything else, though.
if you catch their fries when they're fresh,
Best fries. McDonald's, you can sponsor this too. I don't even care.
I mean, that's a hot take, but I mean,
Chipotle, they have a lot of money probably.
so Chipotle, McDonald's, and what was the third one?
Chick-fil-A.
And
No,
Chick-
Chick-fil-A is number 2. McDonald's is a number 3.
Okay.
Fry only.
Don't forget Freddy's.
Fry only, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start at number 3, and it's gonna be since Chipotle. We had a conversation on the way here, And I wasn't sure if Chipotle was going to count. And so since Chipotle is going to count, that's number 3.
Number 3. Okay.
Number 3.
What's your list?
Number 2, actually, we'll switch it up. Number 3 is Taco Bell. 3 is Taco Bell. Number 2 is Chipotle.
Cheese roll up. That's one reason.
Cheese roll-ups and bean burritos. They're the best in the nation.
Taco Bell.
Number 3, Taco Bell. Number 2, Chipotle. And then number 1, as always, as any good Christian should say, Chick-fil-A. There's going to be Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches in heaven. Like, whenever they talk about manna from heaven, that was code for Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
But you know what's out now? Because I had it today and I love it. The hot pepper pimento sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
I've heard that's good.
Sister Renee is making a stop on the way home.
I'm pretty sure I cried
Yeah,
today.
but we don't go by Chick-fil-A on the way home, so we can't do that.
I'd see
Do
it.
you like it too?
I don't know. I never had pimento cheese.
It's got
See, in
jalapenos.
Ohio, pimento cheese is not a thing.
Really?
What?
No.
What the world?
We got to hear about this. So pimento cheese is not a thing in Ohio.
I've never had it. It looks like cottage cheese. I don't think
I don't like cottage cheese. I love pimento cheese.
No, pimento cheese is the real deal.
But it's back and it's so good.
I think you ordered that one time when we were there last year, maybe.
And you tempted you toyed with trying it, but you never did evidently.
Yeah.
Got to. It's a must.
You like jalapenos.
Well, yeah. Somebody said that Randy Ford makes the best pimento cheese.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Shout out to Randy Ford. The
Shout
best
out to Randy Ford.
pimento cheese.
But he made it for something. I didn't try it.
Well, you need
I was
to.
scared. It looks nasty.
Oh, he can make it any time.
I can't say anything. I don't eat it
After
either.
this podcast, make Soren some pimento cheese, please,
Hey, you
for the
can
Randy
you
Ford.
can sponsor it too. You can give us some.
So when we just threw out our top, we just threw out probably 10 fast food restaurants there. So I mean, we need some sponsors. So there we go. We got a gym to build.
2
so
Freddy's, 2 Chipotle,
and 3 Chick-fil-A's.
and 3 Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A
So
won.
Chick-fil-A, I think the manager at Glasgow's name is Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane.
Sarah
Love
Jane.
You mean it.
Sarah Jane.
We will put your name on the Sanctuary Safe Haven
Yes, as a
tonight.
sponsor, yep. It'll go on the gym wall in a bubble.
A picture of you, if you really want.
I mean, we'll do.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, we can talk here.
Just saying.
All right.
Next.
Now for the next segment, we have Jeremy's Gone but Not Forgotten. Let's take it away.
Well, for this week, episode 2, Gone but Not Forgotten, I had to go back in the archives, something that my 2 young children on that side of the table will not know or remember. This place actually shut down in 1997, before both of y'all was born.
-1.
-1, yes. And it is Opryland, USA.
Opryland, USA.
The theme park?
The theme park.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I remember going there when I was a kid, and we didn't have, I'd say this every time, probably say it, we didn't have a lot of money, so we usually a church trip or something. And I remember, I remember going on a church trip. Alan Pointer was, I guess, over the youth then, or he was involved anyway. He was the adult chaperone, and I remember, do you remember? Was you with us?
I did go to
Because I know Felicia and
yes.
Christy was. So,
Yes.
but there's 2 rides
Don't even remember his
specifically.
wife.
2 rides specifically that
The Wabash Cannonball.
No. Is this my story or yours? Two rides that I specifically remember when I was a kid that I
Tin
loved.
Lizzie's.
Not your story. All right.
Screaming Demon.
Yes. There you
I'm honestly in shock that she's remembering every
Yes,
name of every
yes,
ride at the
I know.
Opryland, USA.
I mean,
Yes, this is
Her-
huge
Yeah, so
deal.
let's.
Her parents had more money, so she went a lot more than we did. I only went like once or twice with the church when the church paid for it. When I was a kid.
Well, let
the
me-
Screaming Delta Demon, the best ride ever created.
I'll post some pictures in the comments
It's
if we can find
on
any.
YouTube. I watched it today, by the way. Screaming Delta Demon and the Grizzly River Rampage. I tell you how iconic it was. Any amusement park that we go to now, which I can't get her to go. I'm a amusement park fanatic actually.
I get motion sickness.
Yeah. Grizzly River Rampage is the raft, the boat, 8 people.
And those are like not common anymore.
Right, but when you do find one, you know what it's called?
What's that?
It's always referred to as Grizzly River Rampage. It made such an impact on our life when we was kids.
You still call it
You can
that?
be at Dollywood. It can be Dolly Splash. It don't matter. It's hey, let's go ride to Grizzly River Rampage because
Wow.
that's how much of an impact it had.
That's
Big
nuts.
fan of Opryland USA. I don't remember, outside of those 2 rides, I don't remember much. I don't remember Tin Lizzie's. And
You don't
I
remember me being
Wabash
there with you?
Cannonball. Yes, I remember you was there. I thought you was there.
Let me explain to Soren, because I know she's probably a little bit confused
I
right
was
now.
15. That's been 38 years ago.
But
That's
I-
where the mall is.
That's where the mall is, yeah.
Yes.
It's weird because that mall is where we had our first date.
Yeah, that was an amusement park, all
You
that.
may have met where the Screaming Delta Demon once stood.
Maybe.
I mean, whatever was where the H&M is at now.
I don't remember.
Somebody needs to get a map, put over top, and see how that goes out there.
So,
I can't believe you remember the Screaming Delta Demon.
Sure do.
Look it up. Look it up on YouTube. Look it up on
Green,
YouTube.
I think had a little green card.
Yeah,
things that
my
you sat in.
microphone. Okay. Now it's down here. But if you watch it on YouTube, so it's like a roller coaster. But when it goes, it had no track. It was just in like a little.
huh.
It's almost like a bobsledding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bobsledding. Mhm.
You don't remember nothing.
I mean, she named, like-
Wait, I don't understand.
It's
Yeah,
trackless.
it's pretty cool.
You watched the YouTube video.
I'll have to watch it.
You
Would this ride even be legal today?
They're making them all over the place.
Okay.
Because the guy I watched is But anyway, I didn't get in there. But yeah.
Shout out to Jacob, the carpetbagger.
Yes, love
Another
love-
shout out.
Has Jacob the carpetbagger been to Cedar Point? He needs
Yes,
Yes.
actually, he went the other day,
the other day. Okay, Jacob.
about a month ago,
Good for you.
2 months ago. Right now, he's doing a big tour. He's in New York. I got to watch it tonight. It's Six Flags New York.
Aren't you excited to watch that tonight?
I love watching Jacob, the carpetbagger.
Shout out. We will have you as a sponsor as well, Jacob.
Jacob's a pretty cool guy.
That's my friend. Watch him every night.
All right.
Watched 3 last night.
So now we've heard about Opryland USA, even though me and Soren, neither one of us were alive to ever see it.
Y'all hadn't hatched yet.
We are going to get into our gym update.
Gym is going good. We've got the footers since we talked last. We actually have the footers complete. Poured concrete Saturday. Brother Troy's worked hard on that. We're excited, and Lord is opening doors. Things are going pretty good. We're still working on some other things. Got the perk test done. Getting ready, getting some other quotes. So I'm hoping, we'll see, but I'm hoping by the time we do this episode 3 in a week, then we will be full steam ahead again. We've had to halt due to funds right now, but things are, I'm not going to spoil it, but things are looking very, very promising, like expedited,
Nice.
that only God can do. So yeah, we're super excited, and hoping Sunday, which it'll be already, we've already done that by the time this rolls out, so never mind, scratch that.
All right. All right. So
You can take that out as a
I will post some. We'll always post some pictures and stuff of our gym and some different updates on the podcast in the comments as well. But before we get into our devotional, if you've made it this far, hopefully you have. Give us your top 3 favorite restaurants, fast food restaurants, and also tell us about Opryland USA and some memories you had there if you were old enough to remember it. All right. So let's get into it. We have our devotion from Brother Jeremy Wilson.
I wanted to do this, and it is Hebrews 13:8. Very familiar scripture. Jesus Christ, the same yesterday and today and forever. And I was thinking how this. I was watching a video actually today, and he was talking about how God. He's not changing. He's still healing. He's still delivering. He's still setting free. He's still saving. And in a world that is ever evolving in its beliefs and trying to evolve in its teachings and evolve and try to change to fit the mold of what is going, the Word of God, it's still the same. It's still is our guide. It's still our leader. And Jesus, when you connect with Him, He's going to steer you in the right way, and He don't change. And that's awesome. He was good yesterday, and He's good today, and guess what?
He's
He'll be
good.
good tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
I mean, it's hard to add to that. Anything you guys want to add? Everybody good? All right, so we will end it with that. I think that's a great way to end it.
We survived.
We survived it.
Our wives didn't kill us.
I mean, you said we had to behave, but this might have been a little bit more out of.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, they're.
I also need to say I lied. Go rewind about 12 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, and you'll hear him go. He tried to hide it, but I heard it.
I'll edit it out in post.
No.
However, we thank you for joining us today on Stories from the Remnant podcast. I'm Tanner Cahoe.
I'm Brother Jeremy.
I'm Sister Renee.
And I'm Soren.
She's not Sister Soren, she's just Soren.
I can't say, you don't say sister in Ohio. It just doesn't roll off the tongue for me.
Anyways, we will see you next time on episode 3, and please like, share, and we hope you enjoyed our video.
They're dorks.